Hello, live chatters and mad hatters. It is Sunday. It is March 20th. It is 2022. And today is the Vernal Equinox, otherwise known as the first day of spring when the sun goes into Aries. And I'll even spell that for you guys. Vernal Equinox. Another gorgeous day in Oklahoma. Well, it's not quite so gorgeous here. It's rather cool. 49 degrees. Definitely chilly. Hey, Danielle. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. The first day of spring and my godson Phineas's birthday, March 20th. I was there in 1980. Yup. Hey guys, I just went ahead and did a premiere video at 11:30, which hardly anybody came to. Disappointing. It's really good video. It's about a story of a woman whose life was saved by a good Samaritan. And the video is called, and I really would like you to watch it after the live stream. It's up there. It's called She Really Did Want to Live. And it's about a woman who was severely depressed and was thinking about ending her life when she came across a sign that said that this other woman had put it on her bumper sticker. It said, "You're more important than you know. You have a purpose here, please stay." It was the deciding factor that made her choose a life. Again, I want you to watch this video. It was just posted. And yes, Pastor Peggy. Oh, you like Peggy, huh? Did I tell you how my goddaughter came up that name for me, Peg Leg, because of I've had so many bouts of cellulitis. Kelly Burns. No, Laura girl, you don't have to worry about it. It's posted right now. Kelly Burns said, sorry about that. He said it was very good, and it's right up there on my YouTube channel. So you get to see it anyway. You just didn't interact with me at the time it was actually uploading or actually being published. Jennifer Tiana just came in from a 3-mile walk. Good for you. I'm reading an amazing book called Eat for Life by my mentor, Dr. Joel Fuhrman. He says there are 3 things to aging. Well, one is eat a diet rich with nutrients, which means mostly fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, and seeds, some animal products. Number 2, exercise. And 3, practice moderate calorie restriction. That doesn't mean going on a diet, just essentially just eat a little less than you need. But exercise is a huge component. So if you walked 3 miles, you are doing your part. Now, you may, I don't know how old you are. You might be in your 40s, whatever, but I'm just turned 73. I can kind of see the end of the road down the line. How far down the line, I don't know, but I was walking the shepherd dog. What a great thing. The dogs are essentially treadmills with fur. Lori, nice to see you. Roller girl from Las Vegas. And Denver is 61 today. 61 years old. I thought it was older than that. My godson is 42. Oh, you mean the temperature. Sorry. But we're getting snow on Tuesday. Well, that's the way it is in Denver. Lori Buckman says, Jason Kalula, are you okay? Of course he's okay. She said, good afternoon. Niema Sanders, haven't seen you before. Good afternoon to you. Again, it is the first day of spring. Anybody have any feelings about that? And I think in the UK, you go ahead and you set ahead the clocks next Sunday, right? In the meantime, I want to remind people that I have created this wonderful poster called Healing from Depression, Self-Care Activities to Improve Your Mood, 45 different tools, coping strategies that I've been using for the last quarter century to keep myself well and whole. And they're available to you if you just simply email me, douglasblog@gmail.com. Actually, let's hear a joke. I hope you got to see the whole thing. Anyway, the first person gives me a good joke. We'll go ahead and get a free copy of that. Ian Kirkpatrick, a late Pisces, last Friday, March 18th. Good for you. Mohammed from the Gaza Strip. Aren't you glad you're not in Ukraine, right? You said Gaza is a pretty depressing place. Well, I'm glad you're there and safe. Yes, Mohammed Al Shanat comes every now and then to visit us. He's gone through some hard times, but he's still hanging in there. Happy birthday, yes. I love spring. It's my favorite season, says Anne. My favorite season is summer, by far. It gets dark at 10 p.m. and I get to ride my bike in the evening. We worship a slow cooker God, not a microwave God. How transformational. You heard that last week. That was not me. That was a commenter. Yeah, long suffering. Enlightenment doesn't, Rome wasn't built in a day. Enlightenment wasn't built in a day. We have to really learn with depressive disorders how to bear our suffering and bear our pain and hold on, because as the great writer, whose name I'm forgetting, who is he coming? He did Reasons to Stay Alive. Matt Haig said, you're in a storm right now. You're in a hurricane of the brain. Hurricanes eventually end, wear out. Hold on. In other words, the storm in your brain is passing just like the hurricane. And if you just hold on, it will pass and you'll feel better. Did you hear about the pickle that got arrested? It was a big deal. Thank you, Kelly Burns. You already probably have that. I like that. I'm going to take a picture of it right now on my camera. That's a cute joke. I'm just taking a picture of Kelly Burns' joke. Niema Saunders, someone told me to watch you since I suffer from depression and anxiety. Do you have a book to recommend? Oh, do I have a book? Here it is. Healing from Depression, a Body, Mind, and Spirit Recovery Program, 12 Weeks to a Better Mood. I think this book is very good. Oh, that's because I wrote it. Oh, I see. Healing from Depression by Douglas Bloch. No, seriously, I poured my heart, soul, and blood and tears into that book. It's available on Amazon, and it really gives you a complete recovery program for depression. That being said, there are a lot of good books out there. There's a book called Undoing Depression. There's a book called How to Overcome Depression. Hey, your mood has been stable lately, Mohammed. That's great. New medication seems to work well. Good for you. See, Mohammed's a good example of someone who held on and is now feeling better. Anyway, Niema, I think I don't quite know how to pronounce the name, but yes, my book, Healing from Depression, is really comprehensive. And but there are other books out there. Just type in depressive recovery books on Amazon and you'll get others. But I'm going to recommend that because I put a lot of time and effort and it really is a good book. And the other thing is, as long as I'm promoting my books, this is my memoir of how I overcame a horrible depressive episode called Going Through Hell Don't Stop. It really will give you hope that no matter how bad you feel and how bad it gets, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It's also on Audible. But so Niema, are you seeing someone? Are you seeing a therapist? Are you seeing a prescriber? Are you on medication? There are so many things we can do to treat depression. It's 12 minutes after the hour, and I just want to remind people that this channel is partially supported by what are called love offering donations, contributions. Just hit the little $sign, the super chat, and you will be able to donate anywhere from 99 cents up to this channel. I know some of the people here have done so on a regular basis, or at least some of the time, so I'd appreciate some of that. And also hit the like button and we'll draw more people to this live chat. Last couple of weeks we've had about 70, only 37 right now, but we still have 45 minutes. So let's see if we can hit that like button and get some more people on here. And again, congratulations to Mohammed Asnanat. And tell the people, Mohammed, how you were suicidal, you were in the hospital. $9.99. What a mensch. And who is this who just made that contribution? Isaac. Hey, Doug, advice for someone who doesn't really know how to talk about their feelings? Well, you can learn how to talk about your feelings. You can go to a good counselor or therapist and they can model that for you. Or you can role play. That's a really good thing. Struggles with depression and anxiety, you can also just go ahead and get medication. You can do exercise. And a therapist can teach you techniques. Like a lot of people who are depressed uh, always have negative self-talk, like, why can't I do anything right? Or I'm a loser, I'll never be a success. So you can learn how to correct that self-talk. So even if you have difficulty talking about your feelings, you can still use tools and techniques to change the inner dialogue in your brain. And you can do things like exercise and good diet and good sleep to change your physiology. So you can do a lot of things, but talking about your feelings, of course, is important. And I would find a good therapist, a good counselor who would help you out. So I'm glad you're reaching out. I'm glad you're here. And feel free to express anything you want on this station channel. You'll get support. Everybody here is very loving. They've all been to hell and back. So whatever you're going through, they understand. And I bet this is Jason Clulo from the UK who just donated $10. Thank you so much. Jason is probably one of our most faithful participants in this live chat from the UK. Done a lot of work on himself. Probably been in some dark places, but I'm assuming right now that you're feeling pretty well. And Kelly Burns from Texas, who has definitely been to hell and back himself. $10. Thank you so much. Kelly, have I sent you my new manuscript for my audiobook called When It Hurts Too Much to Live? It's based on my website, Overcoming Suicidal Pain. And you are a very good editor. You've seen some of my other stuff. I would love to email you an invitation to look at the first couple of chapters. I think it's going to make a really great audiobook. So it's a good day today. Well, thank you, Kelly. It's a good day when you're on the live chat. You're, as we say in Yiddish, you're a bench, and I'm glad you're feeling better. So thank you all three of you, Jason and Kelly and Isaac, for your contributions, and hopefully we'll get a few more as the day goes on. It is now 12:16 after the hour. It is looking really cloudy and windy. However, I am about to do something that people do in their 70s. I'm about to get something called an e-bike, otherwise known as an electric bike. So raise your hands, anybody, if you have one or know someone who has one. They're not cheap. This one is perfect for me, but it's $4,000. But your health is your wealth, right? And exercise is one of the most important things you can do to grow old gracefully. All right, so Corey Pearson just asked an interesting question. He said, I'm switching back from Prozac to Zoloft. I've been off and on Zoloft for a few years. Any tips on making the switch dealing with the symptoms? Well, I have a very simple answer. The tips you should get is from your prescriber, because everybody is so different. One medication like Prozac will make somebody jittery like me. And for other people, it'll just basically put them to sleep. So, like this. So it's really, really hard to know. And nobody really knows. So that's why you have to be in touch with your prescriber. Don't worry about being late. Hey, better late than never. All right. Jason Clulo had my dog put down 9 days ago. Oh, my God. That will... it's the 6-month anniversary of my cat Bruce's passing away, and Joe and I are on the lookout now for a new cat. So anybody have any suggestions about a kind of a cat? Yes, CB, exercise helps to release stress. Maria A.M. Briones, I said some dumb stuff to my friends, now I'm sad. Well, guess what? You can always reach out to them and say, hey, I said some dumb stuff. I'm not perfect. I'm sorry. Hopefully, if they're a friend, they'll forgive you. Or so, yeah, I'm sorry you had that. Does anyone have nightmares? Oh, my God, so many people do. I had a nightmare the other night. Very rare for me. Climate change is hitting us pretty hard. I've been too void this year like never before. It's been too void. This had adversary effects on my mood. I don't know what you mean by when you say it's been too void this year. It must have been a typo. But yes, I sent $1.99, but I guess it's not showing. Well, no, that everything shows, and you've sent that money before. Make sure it went through. I don't know. Try it again. But thank you, Roller Girl. I would try a second time. It always shows. I've never seen a time it didn't show. 54 people. Wow, we made a great jump from 34 to 54. So that's fantastic. All All right, let's see if we can take some other calls, some suggestions. $13.99. Thank you so much, Canadian money from Lagai, aka Lisa from Alberta, who's really, again, she's been reading my reading the manuscript of my audiobook. Yeah, tell the folks you've been very, very, very complimentary about what I'm up to. So, yes, 4 hearts. I'll take that any day. Love is the greatest force in the universe, is it not? Without love, everything stops in its place. Omar Camille, I've been on Cymbalta for about a month, feeling better, but I'm still having psychosomatic symptoms and existential crisis. As it get better, it usually does. Again, talk to your prescriber. I have to exercise today somehow, Damien Lopez. Well, if anything, you can take a brisk walk, do some push-ups, whatever. Yes, but you're right. Exercise always helps. Nathaniel Gutenberg, Ian Kirkpatrick, my condolences. I had to let my 20-year-old cat go in November. It's been very rough, but time does make the pain easier. Yes, Nathaniel, our 13-year-old cat Bruce died on September 10th. We're all going through this kind of grieving when we lose pets. And boy, not until I got into this healing work. By the way, 59 people, only 11 go to 70. Keep hitting the like button. Only after I get into this healing from depression work did I realize how profound an impact pets had on people's moods, and how intimate the connection between pets and human beings are. It is like having a child, a daughter, a son, even a wife or husband or partner. That's how close these bonds are. And when you lose a cat or dog or other friend, it is really as if you lost somebody in your family. So everybody who has had to put down cats, 20 years old, that's pretty good. My cats have never lived that long. I've been with cats since I've been 9. That's 64 years ago. Gabriel, well, they go about for 13 years, but they're indoor outdoor cats. I wonder if Nathaniel, I wonder if your cat was an indoor outdoor cat, because if he was, 20 years, it's pretty darn good. Lazy Eye Ranch, again, one of our regular viewers from outside of Palm Springs, living off the grid in the wilderness, so to speak, with her goats and ravens. Hi, Ann. You just reminded me I need to call my sister, Ann, today. She also lives in Oklahoma. Oh, 2 Anns in Oklahoma. I need her advice on some things. Sure wish I could visit my big sister. Well, Zoom call, that's close. You're seeing a psychiatrist on Tuesday, Jason? Very good. And someone just contributed $10. Really appreciate these contributions. Jim Seaver. Jim, I have not seen you on this channel before. Usually when someone makes a contribution, they go right to the head of the line, so to speak. You can ask any question you want or make a comment. You're the center of attention right now for your donation. So again, feel free. We now have 62 viewers at 10:22, and we're moving closer to that magic number of 70. Thank you. Losing a pet is really tough. Yeah, I didn't realize how tough it was until I lost my cat in September. Corey Pearson says, I wanted to adopt a cat back in October, but I wasn't able to take care of her due to our apartment living in girlfriend's allergy. Our roommate now takes care of her. Well, that's great. At least, she's around you. Magnesium really helps with dreaming vividly. It helps for so much. By the way, I had the privilege of going to a place in Oregon, which none of you will probably ever go to, except maybe some of you who live in the Pacific Northwest. It's called Carson Hot Springs. And I don't know if anybody has ever had the therapeutic effect of hot springs. I'm sure some of you have. But this is natural water coming out of the earth. This particular hot springs was filled with magnesium, which you absorb through your skin. You can also drink it. And also sulfur, which kind of smells like a little bit like rotten eggs, but also very good for you. And my best friend, his son, and our friend Ted Long were so relaxed afterwards. We just were. It really penetrates. Hot springs are amazing, CB, absolutely. Roller Girl, you're from Oregon originally? No, yeah, really? What? No say, or no way, or whatever. Yeah, what part of Oregon? I've started taking magnesium, says Jason Clulo supplements. It's helping me quite well. Yeah, I think magnesium is responsible for like 100 or so metabolic pathways, or 25 or something, but it really is important to make your body function well. And we can Look it up. West Lynn, that's just down the street. Roller Girl, what made you leave? I'd much rather live in West Lynn than Las Vegas, but maybe you found some good things there. My therapist is back in Iowa, and I did hot mindfulness meditation. I've heard of hot yoga. Yeah, Westland is right outside of Portland, Roller Girl. Jim Seaver says, your videos have really been helping me. Recently, I was diagnosed with depression with mixed features, been struggling. Yeah, now I know mixed features happens with bipolar disorder, but I don't know what it means with depression. I'll have to look it up. Okay, so you're struggling. Okay, so yeah, that's me and everybody else. So what do we do when we're struggling, right? We go ahead and we do three things. One, we set the intention to heal. We write a vision statement, and I'll send you a vision statement form, Jim, if you email me, and you can email me at my email address. Oh, by the way, this is a little dove we put on a tree for our cat Bruce at Dove Lewis Memorial Hospital, and it says, to our cat Bruce, thank you for bringing love and joy into our lives, Douglas and Joan. So, yeah. So I can't find the piece of paper with my email address. So what I'll do is I'll just type it because setting the intention to heal means making a decision that you want to get well, even if you don't know how. Okay. We have dipped down to 55 viewers. I don't know why, but you know, that's how it comes and goes. So yeah, the second thing to do is to reach out for support to other people, to spirit, and the third thing is to use a combination of mutually supportive therapies to treat your symptoms. Again, that's why I put together this chart of healing strategies. So you can overcome your depression. It's tough, but over time, if you keep at it, you will essentially be able to manage it well enough to go about your life. The best therapy I've ever had is to become a father and change my job. Now it's like I never had depression. Well, yeah, you're kidding me? Being a parent, I mean, it's a mixed bag, but oh my God, you know, that's a universal nurturing instinct in your job. Yeah, look, what did Freud say? Freud said that mental health is the ability to love and to work, okay? Corrigine 71, so you've done two things. You've changed your ability to love by having a child, and you've also changed your work. So that's why you're feeling better. Very, very, very simple. What is the no? Mixed features is agitated depression? Great, thank you, Jim. Charles Andrzejewski. I have to tell you, Charles, you have made some of the most positive comments on this channel. I really thank you for the kind of wisdom and good energy and good vibes you put on the comments section. According to Charles, we need to stop over-identifying with our thoughts and feelings, give them too much power when they're so inaccurate and fickle. Reading a new book called Facing Your Giants. Thank you, Charles. Who is that book by? I really appreciate you letting me know the author, and I really appreciate, again, your very wise comments. Danielle says, maybe my daughter is having some nightmares, and that is Annalise. She must be at 15 by now, so maybe I'll give her some. Hey, DT Vids 20. Hey, Doug, 25 months into the episode, when I think of how long it's been, I lose hope. Well, you can't look back. You can only be in the here and now and know that one day it will end. And what have you been doing during the 25 months? It hasn't been a waste of time. You've been in school, I take it. You've been functioning. You've been interacting. So it's not like you've been in solitary confinement, right? And I'm not trying to minimize your pain, but I am trying to say you're surviving a day at a time. And this has to pass at some point. I would like to be interested to know what kind of treatments you've tried, since there are a lot out there. Taking melatonin before bedtime really helps you get a restful and restorative sleep. RJC72. You love the new video, Brian? Thank you. Thank you. That video is near and dear to my heart. All right, and Jim Seaver, thank you again for your donation. Again, as for those of you who are new here, this channel partially supported by goodwill donations from people on live chat and even not on live chat. You can always send a donation to the channel by going to my Patreon account or simply sending a PayPal to me at douglasbloch@gmail.com. RJC72, I saw a biblical quote from the Book of Kings that really encapsulated how profound wisdom can be in people who often keep it to themselves. Wish I could remember the quote. Well, maybe you could go and put some words in Google. It'll come right up. All right. I'm just looking back to make sure I have not missed anybody. Pets are better than kids. Unconditional love. Yeah, well, they don't talk back to you, do they? Unless they're a dog, I suppose. Look at Lazy Iran. She was hired to drive Sir Anthony Hopkins to the airport in my dad's 1976 Oldsmobile. Wow. It's not a dumb dream. It's amazing. Anthony Hopkins is a phenomenal individual. Man, nice to see you here. A lot of my anxiety and depression was being a sponge for other people's problems, especially toxic family members. I learned to avoid them. I'm 100% happier. Well, see, you took care of yourself, right? Don't let yourself be around toxic people. Depression is contagious. Toxicity is contagious. Mental illness is contagious. So you took good care of yourself. Good for you. Climate change is hitting us pretty hard. It's been too cold this year like never before in my entire life. This is adversary effects on my moon. Well, I heard of climate change making it too warm. I haven't heard of making it too cold. The guy says the chapters of my book, when it hurts too much to live, are amazing. Well, I guess I need to send you 3 more. And Kelly Burns, if I can send you some, that'd be great. Damian Lopez has encouraged me to get an e-bike. He said it's good, meaning he must like it. Yeah, don't compare yourself with other people, DT Vids. They were healed in 12 to 15 months. You're going on 25. You can't compare. You cannot compare yourself. You just know you're going to. Have you done a vision statement? Setting the intention to heal. There's a video I did that you want to look up on this channel. It's really important. 67 viewers, 3 from 70. Please hit the like button, all of you, even a couple of you. That will really make a big difference. Okay, so this video is called Setting the Intention to Heal. And it is amazing what happens when you set a clear intention. And again, if you want to write me, I will coach you on that. This is for DT Vids 20. Yeah, just look at that video and you'll get an overview of how important that is. Okay, it's exactly half past the hour. 30 minutes down, 30 minutes left. And I think this is going to be Jennifer Tiana. I can tell by her icon, and sure it is. Thank you for your $5 contribution, Jennifer. I like your hat. I think you've got a hat on in there. Yeah, well, thank you so much. Very, very, very appreciative. All right. Welcome, Jim Seaver, says Jason Clulo. It looks like you're new to this group of supporters. You're welcome. Been watching your videos. This is the first time I've joined the live chat. Yes, as I second Jason's comment, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, David VR, he struggles with anxiety also. Stimulate your vagus nerve with deep breathing, massaging neck, eye movements. They have YouTube videos, naturally resets the nervous system. And what kind of eye movements, Charles? I'd like to know. David Boyer says, you're the best. Thank you. All right, 76 people on yours? Huh. Oh, I see 57, but maybe mine is off base. Your anxiety will get better, Brian. Just hang in there. It is now time for me to get up and stretch because I had a hip surgery in August and I'm still recovering. And also I'm going to have a little bit of hummus, so I will stand up and then sit back down in a minute after I stretch out my hip. This is Pastor Doug's Depression Recovery channel, in case you just turned in, where we talk about practical tools and coping strategies for healing from depression and anxiety. This is we don't prescribe, we don't diagnose, but we do provide information and help. And most importantly, we allow you guys to help each other by allowing you to share your own successes, your own insights. That's how it works, healing community. It seems like it'll never end. Yes, that is the major thing that happens when you're through depression, when you're in depression. It seems like it'll never end, but that is an illusion. It does. And yeah, agitated depression, I can't pronounce your name, but yeah, it's the worst. But it is finite. Well, Jason Clulo, you've done a lot of good stuff. You take Celexa, watch your diet, get some exercise. Nice work. They were giving him a type of therapy, kicking his dogs. Well, maybe it worked, but that wasn't too nice to the dogs, was it? Anxiety makes me feel confused. Been having since I was a kid. Severe anxiety and panic. Probably happened something in your childhood. And it would be good to go to therapy to see what, if you can heal that. Veronica, been in a painful state since 2020. Well, you and many others because of the pandemic. Yeah, well, if you were better before, you can be better now. Right. Standing up, having a bite to eat. We'll be right back. It's 12:35 after the hour. All right. Here we are. 64 people on my watch. Let's see what you folks have to say. I just woke up one morning not feeling okay. Well, sometimes depression can be like that. It just comes out of nowhere. Yes, you're right, Jason. It comes in cycles. Hey, it's Annie here. Just lost a very dear cousin of mine. He died by suicide. Later on, I had a couple of this. He was 20 years old. What an incredible... That's why I have this, this book I'm working on. It is such a tragedy. 20 years old. He had his whole life in front of him, or she. Well, my heart goes out to you, Ali. To cope with it, you need to talk to people. You need to talk to your therapist. You need to, express your feelings and your grief. What can I say? It's a tragedy. As a result of losing some of my friends to suicide, I did create a website. It's not very visited, but it's really good. It's called Overcoming Suicidal Pain. You can see some of the links on the front page, the image links. And it really does deal with tools, coping strategies to reduce the pain. And because, look, when I was going through my own, agitated depression, on days where I felt well, less agitated, hey, what's the big idea? I like being on Earth. But on the days when the pain was overwhelming and it was completely overpowering and agonizing, I said, hey, I can't live like this forever. I got to check out. So, but the thing is, someone just said, David VR, it does end, it never lasts. But people forget that and they make really impulsive decisions. So, I'm really sorry for your cousin, but there are tools out there and I'm trying to do my part to share them. Anne Marie, love that name. I'm watching the journey. I'm so glad that social media is used to openly talk about depression and healing. Depression seems to be a bigger taboo here. More people opening about it. Yes, well, in Germany, come on, guys. You guys can express your feelings just like we can in America, right? And other places. I wonder if there's a country where people are more likely to express their feelings. Probably the countries south of the border here. Corrigan, I'm so sorry about your cousin that's so young. Things change so much in adulthood. It seems too much at times. The good outweighs the bad, but it's very hard to cope. Yes, I'm very sorry about the cousin too. Hey, Jack Henry from snowy Alberta. Hit the like button, people. Hopefully this is the last flurry of the season. Hello to Jason and Lazy Eye. Yes, absolutely. Lagai says, I agree with Kelly Burns. Lack of energy helps me deal with life in general. Yes, that's one of the things about depression. It causes fatigue. You know, someone once said, actually, the great Andrew Sullivan said, the opposite of depression is not sadness, is not joy. The opposite is vitality, right? So when you're depressed, you have no vitality. You know, vita. You know, like vita. It comes from the root meaning life, right? And so vitality, right? So when you have no vitality, you have no life. No life force, no life energy. And depression takes that and it just squashes it like this. And then, you know, you're kind of like the walking wounded, as William Styron said. So yes, 69 people on my side. Boy, one more and we can hit 70. Hit that like button. Yeah, Jack, it is good to see you. Jack once called me. He's a really cool person. Charles Vergara, have you ever dealt with severe health anxiety? My current struggle is heart phobia and breathing phobia. I know people have. It's really tough health anxiety because it's hard to talk people out of it. It's, you know, it's often irrational. It usually is, but it seems really real to the person. Tony Golia, found your channel during the pandemic. Still reading your book, Douglas. I'm working with a therapist twice a week in my mental health journey. Glad to have found this resource. Well, good for you. Which book is it? Is it When Going Through Hell Don't Stop or Healing from Depression? Hey, Rudy Zavendo, haven't seen you in a while. I love it when the old, you know, the old folks, I mean, the old viewers kind of come back and pop back up. It's hard not to be depressed when you're in constant physical pain. You are damn right. My poor brother is in chronic pain because of a bad back surgery, and it is really hard on his mood, as it would be anybody. Thank you, Rudy, for being here. I hope you're doing something to help your physical pain. Man, try spirulina for energy. It's blue-green algae superfood, very primitive and responsible for us coming out of the sea. I take spirulina every day. It's with a U, not an O, but anyway, I will second that emotion. There's a YouTube channel that helps me with anxiety and coping techniques. It's called Therapy in a Nutshell. Yes, Pablo, it's a very good channel. Has a lot more views than mine does, but no, it's excellent. Thank you for sharing that resource. Doug, you're so wise and generous. Thank you for being here for us. No problem. Oh, you're reading Healing from Depression? Yeah. Let me know what you think. That's everything I know about depression recovery. I'm here with you, says Jason Clulo to Brian Schaefer. It's a technique called candle gazing. Google it. It helps you watch the candle flame in the hope it calms your mind. Yes, it's just that's right. Focusing on anything, like a candle, like a flame, very ancient practice, helps you focus the mind. And anytime you do that and you get centered, it's good for your physiology, and it's also good for your anxiety. It's just good for your mental health. Any kind of focus like that. So it makes meditation easier because you have an outer thing to focus on. 73 people. Finally, it came on my channel. Well, guys, congratulations. Thank you for hitting the like button. It's just nice to have a community here, reaching out, touching each other, helping each other. All right, what other comments do we have? By the way, Therapy in a Nutshell is a great resource. Nicole 3180. Brian Schaefer says, Jason says to Brian, give magnesium a try. Chronic foot pain, yeah, makes it hard to run, doesn't it? Hey, Grace Carlo, hi, nice to see you. Rudy Vedno, I got it now. Thanks for being here. Juliana Brazil, thank you for everything you do. I'm in the middle of an awful anxiety episode, and your calming channel has been instrumental in my daily practice of healing. You got a friend in Vermont? Well, my old office assistant who worked for me in the year 2000, named Michelle, moved to Vermont with her husband, who's an acupuncturist. They have a bunch of beautiful children, and I forgot where they live, but you should reach out to her. Let me know where you live, and maybe you can. She's in mental health recovery also. Actually, not really. She's pretty she's pretty healthy, but she helped me out. Anyway, yes, I love Vermont. Beautiful place, really cool people. All right, DTVids 20x20. I want nothing more to heal from depression and anxiety. You better believe it. When you're in that state, you usually want to survive. And you want to survive, you want to heal. Nicole B, it's so nice to have some time for myself today. I like Therapy in a Nutshell. It has tons of good info. It does. What about PTSD and anger management? What advice can you give? Well, I have a video called How People with Depression Can Express Their Anger in a Healthy Way. You know, you don't want to overpower people. That's aggression. You don't want to stuff it. That's passive, but you want to be assertive, state your needs, but in a way where you take responsibility for them. PTSD, that's a complex subject, man. That involves years of working with a good therapist, and there are many techniques out there like rapid eye movement that can help, but there's no simple answer to PTSD. You have to essentially reprogram your nervous system and release all of the past trauma. So you come back from Iraq or the war, and you hear a car backfire, and suddenly you hear a bomb, blowing up right next to you in the battlefield, and you're traumatized again. So, the brain is very complex, but there are techniques and tools now that people can use to heal from PTSD. This is Lucy from Iran. Thanks for this. Yeah, Lucy. No problem. How are things in Iran lately? I have some friends who are Persian, which is the same thing, right? Matter of fact, they prefer for me to call them Persians and not Iranians. Persia had an incredible culture. Oh my God, wisdom and beauty and the texts, everything. An amazing, amazing culture. It's my birthday today, says somebody lower. I can't, but everyone is in bed with the flu. I just lost another tooth. Well, I hope you're having a good birthday in spite of it. Then I welcome and sweat because of a bad nightmare. Oh, well, happy birthday to me. Well, happy birthday to you. Hopefully the day will get better. Greetings, it's my old girlie. Nice to see you, Brian Schaefer. Brian Schaefer says to Lucy, I'm Persian also. Yes. Happy birthday, says Lagai. Mia, when you get angry, if you standing, sit. If sit, lying down, drink water. Okay, says Malik Khan. Lisa says, I'm grateful for this. Thumbs up. Juliana, Brazil. Nice to see you again. That's amazing. Vermont is a wonderful place to live. I live in Winooski. And where the heck is Winooski, Juliana? Lazy Ranch, we're lucky to have online resources that help, like this channel, and actually these chats with Douglas, Dr. Tracy Marks. That's who I was looking for. Oh, you're amazing. I was wanting to remember her. She did a video on complex PTSD I've been wanting to see, and she's an African-American psychiatrist in Atlanta. I was trying to remember her name. Lazy Ranch, you get the gold medal for bringing it up. I had for days trying to remember who Tracy Marks was. Yeah, I'm sure she's an awesome healer and an awesome psychiatrist. Well, I'm glad you love me too. I love you. And is that flower? I can't see what that first letter is a symbol, not a letter. Reading the Vedno, try CBD oil for pain. It does help. Somebody, imperfect progress. I like that. Comment was too long. Are you still able to access it? Access what? Imperfect progress? I'm not quite sure when I'm supposed to access. It is 47 minutes after the hour. We're having some really good conversation today. There's some really good people, some new people, some old people. This is a very good day with creating community on this channel. I'm very grateful to be a part of it. Happy birthday, Flower. What a wonderful day for a birthday. International Day of Happiness, first day of spring, Hufflepuff Pride Day, wishing you all the best. And also it's my godson's Phineas's birthday, March 20th, 1980. In the immortal words of, who is that guy? Edward R. Murrow. I was there. Anybody know who Edward R. Murrow is? You have to be at least 65 or older. Probably Lazy Eye Ranch would know, and Ann C. Veronica Sesse, I do a lot of breathing, take walks time to time, do art crafts, which helps give me a little self-confidence. That has disappeared. Good techniques. Really, Zavendo, try using affirmations. I really believe that you can program your body through your subconscious mind. I believe that's true. Imperfect progress. The comment was too long. Is that why it didn't show up? Well, you could go ahead and make a shorter comment. It's a Chinese character that is makeshift F. The name is flower. So are you Chinese? Yeah, I know a lot of Chinese people, including my acupuncturist. Very, very, a very ancient culture. Chantel reads a video. I was at the edge too, and then I made an audio file with all the affirmations saying that I am this, I am calm, I am healed, listen to day and night. It's exactly what I did. So there's a video that talked about affirmations that saved my life, and it just occurred. 80 people. Wow, this is really a good day of conversation. First day of spring. We are going from the winter to the spring, from darkness to light, from death to rebirth. That's why people need to hold on, because spring always does occur. Okay, so what was I going to write down? I completely forgot it now. Oh, this video that talks about affirmations. Yes, I have used affirmations as a tool for self-healing for so long, and the more I use them, the more I am impressed by them. So here's where I talk about what I need to hear to avoid a nervous breakdown is the name of the video. It talks about the affirmations that saved my life, and I agree with the person who said they got healed by making an audio file of them over and over again. And I did that with a friend over the phone who gave me a lot of encouragement. So watch that video, whoever talked about affirmations, and you will really enjoy that video, and anybody else who's looking for some good affirmations. And one of the affirmations I used in this, I can make it through this episode one day at a time. Hit the like button, guys. We have 80 people here. That's wonderful. 10 minutes more, maybe you can hit 90 if you just keep hitting that like button. Of course, we can always use another donation here. That would be wonderful. Can people do private sessions with you just to chat? Well, that was the case, but the local board of psychology said not possible. However, you can email me, and so that'd be a good thing. And you can chat right here, except not privately, obviously. Is it possible that because of spring, these symptoms are getting worse? And which symptoms are they? I'm not quite sure the symptoms you're talking about because I didn't get your first comment. You might want to say again what those are. Spring is my favorite time of year. Andrea M, 85. I think that's Ann C's age, and it's 85 people on the channel, according to what you're saying. Long live humanity. I hope so. Humanity is pretty smart, but it's pretty dumb also. I mean, I think that I really think that climate change is going to really do us in unless people get hip quickly. You start feeling these symptoms 7 days ago. It might just be a coincidence. It held. What nationality are you? There's a lack of vowels in your name, which makes it really hard for me to pronounce. But yeah, so it could be coincidence. Hopefully, however bad you're feeling, it'll go away as quickly as it started. Roller Girl, spring's my favorite time of year. And look at the flowers. And where'd you get those beautiful images? How wonderful. 84 people on my side. Email through your website. You can just go ahead and do douglasblch@gmail.com. I think I can't spell my name. All right. Flower, you're welcome. Malik, that is so sad to hear. Acupuncture works for me, and I'm not quite sure what Malik said, but obviously he's dealing with anxiety. Oh, acupuncture made me feel worse after having needles in my hands, started getting severe pain. Really? Talk to your acupuncture about that. I've been doing acupuncture for 40 years. That's never happened, but 87 people on my side, Antoinette Neal. Well, let's see if we can get to 90. That would be like a first in over a year. Corey Pearson, sometimes it's difficult for me to use affirmations. I use them for all the time, but my brain sometimes doesn't believe them. Yes, I know it's just my brain. I know I'll get better. Well, there's actually a technique, Corey, where you put your affirmations on one side of the paper, and whatever comes up on this side, you watch negativity, and then you just keep repeating the affirmation over and over again, and eventually the negativity leaves, or you can challenge the negativity. I have a book called Words That Heal. Thank you for Tracy Marks, by the way, Lazy Eye Ranch. That was wonderful of you. And in this book, Words That Heal, I give a technique to how to basically respond when you say an affirmation but you don't leave it. Because if your subconscious mind and your conscious mind are not together, it's hard to make the affirmations successful. So check out the book Words That Heal. And just to show you what it looks like, I believe, well, maybe I can't. It's on Amazon.com. I don't know what happened to it, but it's a very good book in affirmation. 91 people, double exclamation point, says Yasmina B. Sarah B, love your name. I love your name too, very creative. All right, someone says we hit the 91 mark. That is absolutely cool. There's something about spring. Maybe all the healing energy is coming up from spirit, right? And we're starting a whole new cycle, right, of 3 months of growth and renewal, right? Easter, death and resurrection. No, there's a lot of really cool images of spring, and so far it seems like it's getting off to a really good start. Stephanie Bacon, my dear friend in Sacramento, who was going to come up here, but I think she said airplane prices are too expensive. We'll see each other one day. It's normal. I didn't believe her. Well, Mila Khan, you could always try a different acupuncturist. I've had acupuncture needles in my hand forever, and I don't have pain afterwards. Yes, Dr. Horst Kaka here. Nice to see you. The wild lilacs just started blooming here, and they smell wonderful. I wish I had the equipment to distill the oils. Oh, yeah. People have done that and sent it to me. I still listen to the audio file when I go on a walk and whatnot. I barely listen to it, but the subconscious is powerful. It goes into the subconscious, changes you. Absolutely. Hey, Reef Al-Kad, nice to see you here. I'm glad I don't have CBT anymore, but because of my anxiety, I still feel dizzy sometimes. Oh, you don't have OCD. That's good. Lucy Parsi, I'm suffering with mental health massively. I recommend to everybody, please go every morning for swimming. Absolutely. In my book, when Going Through Hell Don't Stop, my narrative, here, I talk about how, oh, by the way, this is a book on affirmations that I was talking about. Words That Heal, Affirmations and Meditations for Daily Living. A whole section on what to do when you say an affirmation but you don't believe it. How to get your conscious and your subconscious mind working in harmony. Some very good techniques. You can go to Amazon.com. Of course, you can get the ebook or the print book. Yasmina B, I have chronic depression. I'm doing way better now, but whenever I want to be at home for a day and lay on the sofa, I get really depressed and I feel like I went back. Do you have any tips? Well, what is it about lying down that gets you depressed? Try to identify that, and maybe you can avoid that that behavior, or have the behavior and not bring up, the depression. But there's something about your lying down that obviously seems to trigger you. Yes, swimming. Oh yeah, that's right. In this book, When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, I talk about how every morning my anxiety was so high I had to go swimming at the pool, and I called it swimming for my life. So you're absolutely right. Swimming is massively helpful. So in short, this symbol means protection in Chinese. I feel it was sent to me from China as a protection charm just before the virus popped up. Well, it evidently worked. Sounds like you did not get COVID, which is a good thing. 91 now. Well, that's wonderful. I see 90 on my screen. Just amazing. He suffers from OCD. How can you help him? I have a wonderful video called How to Get Free of OCD. And of course, seeing a good therapist is always helpful. Chris Harder. So what happens if it becomes so dark, reading, walking around, and even thinking clearly isn't possible anymore? Well, that's where you need to reach out for help and get some mental health therapy. 95 people? You got to be kidding me. Yes, mornings are always the worst time of day for my mental health. I'm going to do a video. Why are mornings so hard? Ian Kirkpatrick says 93 people. Jennifer Men, I keep putting off making a career choices. I feel I won't be here for long. You mean you won't be on earth for long? Or you won't be at the career for long? At the same time, I know this too shall pass. You will be here. make that career choice, and you'll find that you'll still be around. If you're saying I won't be here for long, does that mean you have like a physical illness or something? I'm not quite sure what that means. It sounds like you're having a depression, and you're right. This too shall pass. So act like this too shall pass, and make that career change. But basically, talk to a good therapist, a coach. I can't really give advice over the internet. I don't know you or your circumstances, but find someone who does, and they'll guide you through it. But you're right. Whatever you're suffering is not permanent. I looked up that book on Words That Heal on Amazon, but they don't have any printed books in stock. We'll check again. Well, if you email me, and I will tell you how you can write me and send a check to me, and I'll send it to you. Antoinette Neal, I'm on Amazon buying your books right now. Are there any that you think I should get? I've written 11 books, Antoinette. Do you want books on affirmations? Do you want books on inspirational quotations? Do you want books on depression? It depends on the subject you're looking for. Flower, yes, Douglas, was that. I did not get the virus and the dangerous vaccine jab either. Yasmin Abbey, yeah, I think it's because when I was really depressed, it was always laying in bed. So when I lay in bed or on the sofa, it feels like I did back then. So you're basically going back into an old memory like PTSD. So you need to break that connection and realize that lying on a couch does not mean depression now, because you're not depressed. So go to a good therapist or even a hypnotherapist who can help you break that pattern. So you've identified the cause, you've identified the trigger, and now you just have to do is to break the connection between the trigger and how you're feeling. Well, Olivia Cadena, nice to see you. Well, time flies when you're having fun. This has been an awesome live chat. We got 90 people here. Haven't had that since the beginning of the pandemic. We also got a couple of, which two books do you have, Jennifer Tiana? I mean, some of these books were on parenting, some of them were on travel. They were not all on mental health. Chris Horta, how can I get more energy? Any help, herbs, or food you can recommend? My shrink is always using the Socratic method, answering questions by more questions, not helping at all. Find a different therapist. Exercise is the thing that gives you more energy. More than 90 people, right? If you want more energy, here it is. Ready? And then I'm going to sign off. Here it is. Eat well, sleep well, and exercise. And treat the depression if you have it. All right, it's March 20th, the first day of spring, 2022. A big shout out to Phineas, my godson, and to somebody else who had their birthday today. Woke up in a blue mood, but gonna get better. I think you should listen to something laying on the couch that relaxes you. I have an excellent playlist in my playlist section. If YouTube shows that section, an ALOFI playlist for Shut Eye. All right. Never give up on yourself. Thank you for caring. I need this type of channel more than ever. Happy that all of you here. Says CB, I love your name. Just wanted to mention upon a tune by Field Medic, nice for anxiety, called Songs Made Up to Stop Having a Panic Attack. All right. So it's 1:02. I have to get ready for my assistant. Too bad it's so cold today. I don't know if I'll bike ride. But I'm going to have dinner with my godson Phineas and my best friend Stuart, who's his father. We'll have an awesome dinner at a restaurant. And you guys can keep chatting with each other for the next 5 or 10 minutes after I sign off. Every Sunday, live chat. Next Sunday is March 27th. And please, please, please look at the video I just posted. More people are born on March 20th. That's great. Yeah. First day of spring. Can't beat it, right? So my video, I want you to watch it. It was posted at 11 a.m. this morning, or 11:30. It's really, really, really inspirational post. It's called She Really Did Want to Live. And you will really get a lot of hope and inspiration from this video. And a shout out to everybody who is here, who is sharing, who's working on the mental health recovery. Never give up. Never give up. Never give up. That's what the Dalai Lama said, and that's what I say. And until we meet again, I wish you all the best in your mental health recovery. Thank you for watching. Tell your live friends about this live chat. The more the merrier. Yes, March 20 is the cusp of Pisces and Aries. You're absolutely right. I know 2 people born on March 20th who are Pisces and 2 who are Aries, and you're right, it is the cusp. Fortunately, I'm born at the beginning of February and 2022. This year, it was Tuesday, as they said. And have a great day, everybody. Talk to you soon.